Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about how I made 1.8K in 2 days, and I will be showing you my entry points and exit points and the confluences that I look for before entering a trade. So we're gonna start off with GBP AUD. So I traded, it was two pairs I traded, GBP AUD and AUD USD. Those are the only two pairs that I trade. Those are the only two pairs that I focus on. So with this, first I got my support or resistance drawn on, and I have my moving averages. So I got my key level, which is 1.8 flat right here, and then I have a mid level, which is 1.82500, and I have that area. So, and then this purple line, this is my daily support. So, well, when it was up here, it was my daily support because it kept bouncing off and bouncing off this area. So, alright, so we're gonna start from up here. So, actually, my first trade that I took, it hit stop loss, and I'm gonna go over why they hit stop loss too. So, alright, so we up here. So these bullish candles broke through the mid level, and then when it broke through, it retested, but it didn't continue. So when it didn't continue, it broke back past the mid level. So I wasn't looking for buys anymore. I was looking for sales. So when it broke back through, I was waiting for a retest on the mid level, and so it broke through on the 4-hour. I went to the daily chart. I got to the daily chart, and all this was a part of these counters was a part of the breakthrough on the 4-hour. So it broke through. It didn't retest. It just kept consolidating on this daily level that I got. And then instead of waiting for a retest on the mid level, I entered on a break of the daily level, and it broke on the daily. It broke on the 1-hour, and then I dropped down to the 15-minute chart for an entry. Yeah, so you can see it broke and retested on the 15-minute, and then continued on the 15-minute. So that's why I got this ellipse tool drawn on to show you my entry. So I entered a short position at the end of this continuation candle. So I wasn't in profit at all. So, and then I think my stop loss was about, it was either right here, but I think it was right here. So it was a 78 pip stop loss and 128 pip take profit. So that was a 1.64 risk to reward ratio. And the reason I got stopped out is because I didn't wait for all my confluences. I jumped in a trade way too early. So as you can see, it stopped me out right here. So I lost about almost like $400 on that trade. So you go back to the 1-hour. So once I got stopped out over here by these candles, I waited for a retest again. So it retested right here, but this was around it retested around 1 o'clock. So I was asleep at that time, so I didn't enter at all. But luckily it came down, bounced off the daily support again, and retested for the second time and making a double top. So If you don't know what a double top is, you can go look at my other YouTube video about candlestick patterns. So it retested again, and once it retested, I entered at the close of that retest candle. So I mean, I actually entered right here. The close of the continuation candle. So I got my short position out again, and all my confluences was it broke the mid level with the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, it retested 2 times, and it made a double top on the hour time frame. So those are my 3 confluences. Enter short position right here. You could have put your stop loss like around here since it's the last lower high, but just to be safe, I put my stop loss above the mid level. So I had about a 77 pip stop loss, and then my take profit was 1.8 flat again. So 2.27 risk to reward and 174 pip take profit. So another entry that you could have did was you could have waited for the moving averages to cross. So it broke. It retested 2 times, made the double top. Continuated, started consolidating though, and then once you see the red crossed over the blue, you could have entered right here. Had your stop loss, above here or above here, or even above here. So both entries would have been good, but I got a little bit of an earlier entry. So I was looking to enter this trade again because I had a bias that it was going down all the way to 1.8 flat. So it was so I was like, I'm gonna wait for a break and a retest of this daily support. So what I did was I stayed on the hour chart though. I didn't go back to the 4 hour. I stayed on the hour chart, and I changed while I have my trade running. I go to the color theme, and I got my own color theme called psychology candles, and they look like this. So I don't have no colors. I just see, I don't get scared when I see price retrace or anything. I just, let it play out with this color thing, so my emotions don't get involved. So you can see it broke the daily support. It retested, but this was it broke at 4 in the morning, so I wasn't up once again. But luckily for me, it came back above the daily support, consolidated on the support. Then it broke again right here with this candle. It broke, and it retested the moving average, and it retested the daily resistance. It's resistance now since it's above price. So once it broke and retested, it continuated with this candle. So I entered right here. So let me change my color thing back so y'all won't get confused. Broke right here, retested the moving average and the daily resistance. And some people might say it didn't retest, but you got to remember, price never stops at one specific area. One specific point. It stops at an area. So this whole thing is an area. So I already know that. So I don't always draw a box around my support and resistance unless it's a key area, or if it's sometimes when it's a mid level like these. But if you're just starting out, you can make the box whatever color you want, and you can draw a thin box around around resistance or support, and then you can clearly see it broke and it retested. So, but I didn't have the box, I just had the horizontal line. So yeah, my entry again, it broke, retested, and continuated, and the MAs crossed over once again. And my third confluence was it made a lower high, and it made well, first it made a lower low, and then came back, retraced, made a lower high, and continuated. So my second entry right here, that close of the continuation candle, and my stop loss was right here. And also my other trade, I moved that stop loss and profit. So basically what that means is it's a risk-free trade. No matter what happens, I can't lose the trade. Well, I can't lose any money because my stop loss is now in profit. And if you don't know where to put your stop loss, you can use support and resistance, lower highs and higher highs in the uptrend, lower highs in the downtrend. You can use Fibonacci. I'll talk about Fibonacci in another video. Yeah, and you can lose previously wicked areas. So in this case, I use lower highs. For this one, I use, these was the last lower highs, and it was a mid-level right here, so I just put it above the mid-level. For this instance, it came down, made a lower low, retraced, made a lower high, and continued. So I put my stop loss above the lower high. So with this second trade, 47 pip stop loss, 122 pip take profit, and a 2.6 risk to reward ratio. And so, and of course, this trade stop loss is in profit. So I'm not worried about this trade. So what I did was I just, went back to the psychology candles. And I just let price play out. So with GA, I made about on this trade, I made about 900, almost 1,000. And with this one, I made about 400, something around there. So, but I didn't wait for price to hit the 1.8 flat level, because today is Friday and I do not hold trades over the weekend. So I didn't want to forget and leave my trades in just in case if it didn't hit my take profit. So I went back in time, and I put my take profit. I switched my take profit to right here, because that was that's when you see price make a strong push up. If I go to the 4-hour, right here, you see price make it hits the key level. It wicked, consolidating a little bit. Then you see a big Maribozu candle. So I took my profits right here, because it could have, if it wanted to, it could have reversed right here, or like it did, it hit the 1.8 flat level. So either way it go, I made a good amount of money, good amount of profit. I would have made, around 2,000 if I would have stayed in, but I was fine with 1.8. So it wasn't a big deal. So with your, I showed you what to do, put your stop loss, but with your take profit is really the same thing. You can use support or resistance, which is this key area, this key level. This is my support. It's my major support level, and so that's why I made this my take profit. And you can use previously wicked areas. So let's just say you for some reason got in a trade up here. So let's just say you got in a trade right here, stop loss right here, whatever. Um, if I got in the trade all the way up there, my take profit wouldn't have been the 1.8 flat. It would have been this daily resistance right here, because you can see how many times price just wicked it, and so I would have had my take profit right here, and then once price breaks and retests this daily level like it did, like I just showed y'all, then I would have entered again and had my take profit right here. So that's how that trade went. That's how I entered and exited. And the other trade was AU. This trade really didn't do nothing at all. I only got about I don't know, about 300, 400 off of this trade. So, cause it was just like it wasn't moving, but I'm gonna still show y'all my entry. So I drew this box around price because it was consolidating. And if you with consolidation, I made a video, market movements. It talks about uptrends, downtrends, and consolidations and how to identify it. So you can watch that video if you don't know what consolidation is, but it's basically price not trending up or down. It's just moving side to side in between 2 price points. So in this trade, I waited for a break of the box and a retest. So it broke on the 4-hour right here. This kind of right here broke on the 4-hour. So I dropped down to the 1-hour time frame. And on the 1-hour, you can see it's not like a strong break, which means like these small little candles, it wasn't a strong break. So I didn't want to enter right there. And then it had a big push up right here, a big push up. And then it came back down and retested the box. So once it retested the box, I didn't enter on the retest and continuation because price had traded all the way up here before coming back down. So I drew a line at the last high point that it went, and once price break it, I put an alert. And remember, you set alerts. You can come over here, set an alert, or you can press this button right here to set an alert. So I set an alert right here, so we can let me know when price breaks this level. So once price broke that level, it broke it with this candle. I probably should have waited for a close above that level, but it still worked out a little bit. So I waited for price to break this level. Once it broke it, I instantly entered. I didn't and the reason that I entered, because I told myself, once price breaks this level, I'm gonna enter no matter what. So I just stuck to my word and I entered, because if I didn't and say price just, I still made money, but just say price just skyrocketed all the way up, then I probably would have been mad. My emotions would have kicked in, and stuff like that. So once I got my plan of how I'm gonna enter or how I'm gonna exit, I just stick with that plan. And the only reason that I got out of this trade is because, like I said, it's Friday and I don't hold my trades over the weekend. So I'm gonna show you where I actually got out, and I'm gonna show you where I plan to get out if it wasn't the weekend. So like I said, it broke, came to this high point, finally came back and retested hours later. came back up. I put an alert for when it breaks this high point, I'm gonna enter. So I enter right here, long position. And my stop loss, AU pips are different, so it's more forgiving. So you can have a bigger stop loss, but it account for less pips, if that makes sense. So I think I had my stop. No, I know it was right here. Yeah, I had my stop loss right here, below this last higher low. So like I said, you can put stop losses on higher lows and lower highs. So I had my stop loss right there, and this was my initial take profit. My let me draw it out exactly. Yeah. Well, my 0.7500 flat level, 0.75 flat, 130 pips, take profit, 62 pip stop loss, basically 2 risk to reward ratio. And so that's why I intended on it to go, but you can see it retested this. I drew on another daily resistance level right above the box. So it retested this box twice, and then once it retested the second time, I actually entered in another trade. So because I really thought it was finna shoot all the way up, because GA and AU are negatively correlated, so they move the exact opposite of each other. So when GA going down, more times than not, AU is going to shoot up. So I was really confident in both of these trades. So what I did was I entered on this candle, on that no, right here, on the continuation, retested 2 times, continuated. I entered on the continuation candle, had my stop loss right below this support, which is a daily support that I drew on, and then I moved this stop loss up right below the daily support too. So now this stop loss is 45 pips. This stop loss is 29 pips. And of course I had both of my take profits, the 0.75 flat. So, and of course you can see I was in profit, and it got over here, and it was it retraced. So I moved my stop loss right here. Trader view won't let you, do it, but I can, just give y'all the idea. So, yeah. So just say my stop loss is right here. So both my stop loss was in profit. So both of these was risk-free trades too, because I moved it to the next higher low. So both my trades was in profit. So I wasn't worried about my trade hitting stop loss, because they was both in profit, so I was gonna make money regardless. So, and then it retraced a little bit, shot back up, and this is Friday, so around like the market closed at 5. I mean at 4. It closed at 4. So at 3, it was about like 3:45, I closed my trades. So uh yeah, I ended up closing my trades. So I only closed my trades with about 20 pips each, and I used a 1 lot too, so it wasn't that much, but it was decent. to add along with my GBP AUD trades. So yeah, so those was my entries and confluences. And before I end the video, I want to show y'all what EMAs I use. So you go right here to indicators and strategies. You can type in MA, it's the moving average, and I mean EMAs. Type in EMAs, moving average. So then you press settings, and so my blue EMA is 8. So I can just go over here to the ones I already have. My blue EMA is 8, close, and 0. And of course I got it blue. And my red one, 14, close, and 0. And then I save my indicators so that I can come right here to indicator templates. And then I just got them right here. So you can use the blue EMA by itself, or you can use the blue and red and just wait for like the blue to cross over the red or the red to cross over the blue. So when the blue cross over the red, that means buy, or that's a confluence to buy. And when the red cross over the blue, that's a confluence to sell. And like right here, when you see the EMAs just going between price in the middle of price, then you know it's just consolidate and you want to wait for it to trend back up. So yeah, those are my EMAs, and those just my entries and exits on how I made the 1.8K trade. And I'm gonna post like 2 or 3 screenshots to show you my MetaTrader 4 screen to show you my trades, and so you can get the exact amount that I had on GA and AU. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and I'll see y'all in the next video. And comment for video suggestions, or if you have any questions or anything like that. So thank you.